Hi, welcome to No Raggedy Faith. My name is Michelle, and today we'll be continuing our work in our little December Daily Journal. And this is a journal that I created for my December Daily this year. It's made with printables from Diane Noble's shop, Daydream Bible Art. It's available online. And today, for December the 3rd, our focus is on, let's see what it says, December the 3rd. Micah 5:2. So let's just set this aside. This is the page that I'll be journaling on today. But we'll just set this over here for now. Micah chapter 5, verse 2. And this is a very familiar verse, and a lot of people who have been around church for any length of time knows this verse, and they know it rather well. But I believe that maybe something special has been missed in this verse. Let's go ahead and read it. But you, Bethlehem Ephrathah, though you are small among the clans of Judah, out of you will come for me one who will be ruler over Israel, whose origins are from of old, from ancient times. And this verse speaks about Emmanuel, the Son of the Most High. It was important for the people of Israel and for us to know and understand that Emmanuel, he was not just a man who popped onto the scene one day. No, his origins, as it says here, are from of old, from ancient times. Emmanuel had always been there, even before he came as a child. He just wasn't in the form of a child. He was there in the beginning when God created the heavens and the earth. He even tells us so in John 17, chapter 5, when he says these words, "And now, Father, glorify me in your presence with the glory I had with you before the world began." This wee little child had been with God, and yet he was born in this small little town of Bethlehem. This verse tells us of the beauty of Christmas. And read those wondrous words again, right here. Out of you will come for me one who will be ruler over Israel. Did you catch that? Out of you will come for me. Those words there, for me, means for me and for you. And he will be the ruler over Israel. He came for us. He came for you. We are important to him. You are so important that he would leave his throne in heaven to become the precious little baby who would be born in this town of Bethlehem. He knew why he was coming. He knew everything that would happen to him, and still he came for you. And in the same way that he stepped into the manger in Bethlehem, he wants to step into our lives today, into the trials and into the hardships, into the moments when you just don't understand why life has to be so difficult. He came so that the two of you could walk together just like he had walked with Adam and Eve in the garden before they sinned. He came to restore that fellowship and that relationship with you. And as you and I walk through this day, we need to know in our heart that we are loved. We need to remember that Emmanuel came for us. So today, spend time thanking Emmanuel for loving you and for stepping into your world. Invite him into your day and talk with him, just as if you were on a stroll with a friend. Yes, he already knows everything going on in your life, but he wants to hear from you. And today, tell yourself over and over, Emmanuel came for me. Today we're going to move on to our journaling, and let me just start here. This is what we have done so far, and I just put this little paper clip here to keep this from flopping over. This was yesterday's, and let's just go through these verses. Isaiah 7:14, "Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and will call him Emmanuel." And Emmanuel means God with us. He came to be with us. And then here we discovered in Luke 1:32 that he will be great and will be called the Son of the Most High. The Lord God will give him the throne of his father David. And so he is the Son of the Most High. We need to be like him, who has those divine characteristics of his Father in heaven: holy, generous, slow to anger, compassionate, full of love. And we need to remember that he is the most holy, and we need to give him the worship that he is due. Today, we're going to be journeying about the fact that he came for you. He came for me. This is the page that I'm going to be working on today. I'm just going to slide this in here for tomorrow. And as I was thinking about this, you know, we often think about the fact that he came to the city of Bethlehem, but he didn't come for Bethlehem. He came for the people of Bethlehem. He came for his people. He came for us. And so that's what we need to remember as we do this. His thoughts were on you and me. I've been thinking this morning about this as I had to stop for a little bit and come back and finish this. And I've really been thinking about the fact that he came for me. Emmanuel came for me. And I want that to be the focus of this page today. And I did make a little printable here. And I'm going to upload it into Embracing God's Word as a freebie. And, you know, if you want it, that is where it will be in the file section. And this is just a little to represent the little town of Bethlehem, and Emmanuel came for me. And then this is the verse that is for today, Micah 5:2. But you, Bethlehem Ephrathah, though you are small among the clans of Judah, out of you will come for me one who will be ruler over Israel, whose origins are from of old, from ancient of times. You know, just as he has always been there in the past, he is always there for us in the present, because he came for us. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and cut that now. We have that. We have that one. And then this kind of, again, it is a little bit bland, and so we need something for it to stand out. And I have gotten several pages here from some different kits. This is from the Come and Worship printable by Diane Noble. It's in her shop. And this is the page. I printed it to a page. And I cut some of these little poinsettias out because I thought that they kind of matched my poinsettia that's in the little printable that I made. So I have that. I have that. Oh, there's a little scrap of paper. And these are just some of the things. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to test these out on this to see. That's a possibility, but the green is a little bit different, so we'll put that over here in the maybe pile. This is too busy, so that will go in another day pile. Maybe, I don't know. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, but I just keep trying pages. We'll put this in the maybe pile. I don't know why that's there. Well, let's, I don't think this is big enough. Oh, it actually is big enough. I actually like that. That's a possibility. I could trim that down if I needed to, and I think I might need to. I actually like that. I think I have another one of those pages because this was something I was going to use for something else, and I think this is the rest of that. It might fit. If not, I can use that. Yes, we can use that if it fits on the page. And this will have to go over a little bit onto from one side to another, and that's okay as well. I don't mind that. I have some scraps of paper here, and I wanted to decorate my page a little bit more. I would like to have some writing area to write about the fact that Emmanuel came for me. And to me, that just has really touched my heart this morning as I have been thinking about it. I'm going to go ahead and glue this on here so it kind of stops moving about. I kind of like this over here. Which side is the better side? That side. Maybe I'd make a cluster with it. I don't know if I even want to use this, to be honest. I'm going to put the flat edge of this up against the, almost up against the edge. I'm going to put this here. Bring my book back in. This is always a challenge for me to see exactly where I want things to go. And then this, I kind of like, maybe I'll put that there. I talk to myself while working, without a doubt. I'm going to put this down a little bit. That will go there. Oh no, I need to leave room for this. Okay, that can go there. I'm going to go ahead and put this down before I lose it. I put a lot of glue on here. Oh, that is on there. I thought that was an extra piece of paper. I'm going to go ahead and glue this. And I think I'm going to put that there. I'm going to leave this side up because I'm still considering whether I want to put this on here. I do, but I don't. I'm going to put that away. That can just go there. And then this can go here. Too big. I could put that there. Oh, you know what? I could put this here. I think I like that. I wish this had been a little bit higher. It's still a little wet, so I can pull that off, hopefully, without taking any of the paper. Yes. Let me re-glue this. For me, it's always a trial and error kind of thing as I work through my journal. Sometimes I actually end up covering pages all over again. I want that to come up at least to there. Maybe even over a little more. There we go. It's staying there this time. And then this, and then that. I like that. Let's go ahead and put that on. Oops, I don't want to cover up the music. My mother was a concert pianist, and music was and still is a big part of my life. A lot of times, some of the music that you see me use in my journals are from her. Okay, one last piece for that. Manuel came for me. Now, I also have, what am I going to do over here? That's the question. I'm going to write over here, but I need something up here. You know what? This might work. I have a bigger one of these. Let me just look and see. I think I saw it yesterday. I think, is that the same? Yes, that's the same, only it's larger and it's cut out. I think it's too small. I think it's too big. Maybe we'll cut off part of this. We're going to cut around this one. We're going to cut around this one. And bring that down a little like that. That gives me a little more room. And then what I do is I take these pieces that I have cut and I kind of fill in whatever spaces I need to fill in. So like here. Let me just ink around the edges of that. I'm using the Ranger Coffee Dye ink. And then you see how this area is white in there? I don't really like that, so I kind of lightly go over it to soften the white. And there I like that a little bit better. We'll grab my glue again and see how this is gonna look. I need to come up a little higher. I'm gonna go here. And when it gets to that edge of that page, I'm just gonna cut it off without cutting my page, because when I cut my page, I cut my book apart. And then this can go on top of here. That's not very straight at the top. Okay. I'm kind of wishing I had not cut all that off, but I'll just bring it in just a little bit. There we go. And again, I have to cut this. A bigger poinsettia. Is that too big? This is going to be hard to write on. And again, I want to cover up a little bit of that. I think not. I think I'm going to use that right there. Actually, before I do that, I had some lace here, and I thought, oh, that would be pretty. Let's pick this up if we can. I want that pine cone. I'm going to pull that off. I'm going to bring that pine cone in a little bit more underneath here. Okay, that's what I'll do. And then I'm going to add this lace because I love lace in my journal. And this is a raised lace. I don't know exactly what you call it in sewing. I'm sure somebody does, but I don't. And I just kind of see how it has like kind of an edge. I just cut around that edge as if I'm accenting the lace edge. And I do this a lot in my journals. It takes a little bit of time, but I think it's well worth it. I don't always do it perfectly, and I try not to go on the very edge of the lace where my design is, because then it messes up the design. So I just leave a little bit here and there along the edges. I have to make sure to get all my scraps out of the way. Let's see, how much do we need of this and where do we want it to go? Oh, that's about good. I think I actually like that. Actually, this is some of my mother's lace. That would go kind of nice on there. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add that right there. So I'm going to attach that edge with it coming off. I'm going to attach here. Whoops, I have too much on there. I'm going to take some of that off. And I'm going to attach here. And the rest will be hanging free. So let's do this, do that. And do that. And there we go. When you do your fold overs, I'm going to fold this really. Having this much of a fold over is okay. It will hold if you put enough glue on it. But this little bit is going to be a hard thing to get to hold down. Keep that in mind when you're doing yours and putting your pages in. And that's dry. That gives me room to write. I can put maybe my date up here. I was thinking that since this journal of mine, I'm calling it by the name of Diane's Kit Christmas in my heart. I thought I would do the number of the days with the little heart, and I just haven't found that yet. I might have to make a set of those little numbers myself to do that with. This is a jagged edge, and I don't really like that. So I'm going to try to straighten it up a little. Okay, I'm going to cut this. Usually when I do this, I put it along the edges where I know it's going to touch the glue. And then I put my piece of lace down where I want it to go. And I want it to go just like that, where I can see that treble clef. And then I make sure it touches in the corners like that. Then I cut my edges. And I can use that other piece down here to cover up this little bit of something. Let's pull this up a little. We'll tuck that under and we'll add that there. And here, I'm going to do the same thing with the petals of this flower. I'm going to let it hang off the edge of my journal. And reattach this. So remember, we can open this up. So I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to go ahead and just cut this even. So there we have that. Let's just take a peek at our journal. Since we have it open, let me just close up these glues. Open this up so we can see our journal. We have Emmanuel, God with us. He came to be with us. He is the Son of the Most High, and he is just like his Father. And so we have that there. And I listed some of his attributes in a prayer. And I just keep that closed with this little paper clip that I added. And then this one goes with this, Majesty, worship his majesty. And then we have today's. And I'll be adding my writing to that. And it will just keep going. I think so far, I'll be honest with you, this is the only page that I don't like. This here area is much too dark for my liking. And, you know, I may leave it, I may fix it, I don't know. But it's a possibility. I might go back and fix that page. So let's just bring this back together again, the way it goes. And there we have it. I'll go ahead and write off camera, and then I'll show you my finished page. As you can see, I have done my journaling, and I just wrote down some of the things that I shared with you, and I added this little prayer here on this. And then I found some of my tatting, and I think I'm going to add that right there. And I use my 3-in-1 whenever I use that. Let me just bring this paper, and I already cleaned off my desk a little bit, and I'm gonna put the glue on these little rings down here, the ones that will be stuck on the paper, but the ones that hang out over the top, I will not be putting glue on. And then this can go here. And it sticks out a little at the top, but it looks very pretty on the page. So there is my finished page. I hope you enjoyed our time together here. And tomorrow is December 4th. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do a video tomorrow or the next day. I have a family member who will be having surgery unless it's postponed again, and so I may not be able to get on. If I can, I will, but just so you know ahead of time. And remember today, as you go through this day, that Emmanuel, he came for you. And he wants to step into your world in the same way that he stepped into the manger that day. And he will walk you through each and every hardship and each and every trial and everything that was lost through sin. He'll give you back. He'll redeem and restore. So remember to thank him for coming for you, and ask him to walk with you through this day and talk to him about, some of the struggles that you're having and some of the difficulties. Yes, he does know them, but he wants to hear it from you. And it does something within our hearts that as we give him our struggles, he eases our pain. He takes our burdens. And remember, tell yourself over and over and over and over again that Emmanuel came for you. See you soon. Bye for now.